Hello, welcome back to my channel, Theater from My View. I am Amanda Washington, and today I have not only one of my friends, but a colleague, an amazing artist, Shanteria Stokes, here to talk with me today about her work in theater. But before we get into it, a few things. One, I post a new video every Friday at noon. So two, don't forget to like and subscribe to this page, because three, next Friday's coming quick, fast, and boom, in a hurry, and you don't want to miss it. All right, are you ready? Let's get into it. So, Shan, you have been in theater for what? How long? Please tell us how you got here. Like, tell us your story.
Since I was 9 years old. Yeah, I started out dancing as a dancer in church, and my mom actually put me in small theater camps around the summertime, and I would attend this program called SEAT, Student Education Through Arts Training, and we would focus on singing, dancing, acting, and we would put on shows every summer for people in our neighborhood. And it was actually a nonprofit organization, so it was free to attend, and that's how I got my start. But I really started in church, and that's why I knew that my love for theater.
Mm-hmm. So it's church is your love for theater. Is that what keeps you going, or is there like some other things that keep you going? Like, what keeps you nourished in this field? Because it's a really tough, it's a tough industry.
It is a tough field, and sometimes I've wanted to quit. But honestly, what keeps me going and keeps me grounded is training, learning from other people, always doing my research, staying open to learning new things about my artistry, and keeping God first, because
Yes,
that's how I got here. Yeah.
you're not wrong. Keeping God first and a lot of things will help you go far. What type of training? Like, because we met in college and I got
Yes.
you on a couple of shows. It's so funny. This morning I was working out to Once on This Island. And every time I work out to that, I think of you and Kennedy. And that was, I think that was our first
Yes.
and only show together.
Yeah. One of my favorite shows. I'm like, yeah. But I have studied dance, so I've done hip hop, jazz, tap, ballet. What else? Liturgical dancing. I study gospel.
Yeah.
I do classical music. Pretty much the norm, what
Yeah.
we all learn.
And so you're also a singer. That's it. Did you study singing as well, or were you just
Well, I grew up singing in church, but I actually was so shy that I kind of hid from my singing talent. So I focused more on dance growing up. As I got older, I was like, you know what? I think singing is going to pay the bills. So I need to focus more on singing and keep my strong mover skills.
Oh my gosh. And you're so right, because where are you now for your voice? In China.
I'm at Disney in Hong Kong.
Yeah. Yeah. How has that been going? Like, how has that experience? Because you've been over there before and now you're back again. So how have those, like, how has that been for you?
Yes, I love Hong Kong Disney. Just being in a new country allows you to learn about new cultures, meet new people from all across the world, and Hong Kong Disney is one of my favorite parks to work at. And I originally came here in 2017, and I stayed here for a year, and then I left to spread my wings. And this is like a place of home. I call it Hong Kong because it's a place that I always can come back, and I just feel like myself, and whenever I need to just get away from the world and redefine who I am as an artist, I come back to Hong Kong because I love it. And the shows are amazing over here.
Yeah. Redefine yourself as an artist. That's such an interesting thing you said, because I think a lot of young artists, they're told how to fit into a mold. Like, you're told to learn these methods or to learn this style of singing. And it's when you get out into the actual profession, when people ask me the question, so what type of theater do you like? For a long time, I was like, the ones that I get casted. Like,
right.
How do you see yourself showing up as an artist? Like, how do you define yourself as an artist? Or is that still too much of a generic question at the moment?
It's kind of generic because I consider myself diverse. I really don't like to put myself in a box
Hmm.
because honestly, after college, I didn't see myself working for Disney. That was not even in my plans, but plans can go differently. So I think it can be a generic question because I like to spread my wings and try different avenues and not just put myself in one box because although I love theater, I also love doing background singing,
Hmm.
modeling, doing like other things so that way my wings can spread around throughout the whole industry and I just won't be limited to one type of role, to one type of person.
Yeah, it's
If
easy.
that makes sense,
It does. It's easy to get put into a box, and which I'm so one of the reasons
Mm-hmm.
why like I love like seeing your work and just knowing you is because you have your own business called Queendom. You want to tell us some about it?
Yeah. Yes. So actually, Queendom came about during this pandemic. I had a lot of time to myself and I sat and talked with one of my friends who's a business person and she focuses on building brands, logos, and I was like, I think my purpose is beyond performing. Throughout my entire life, people will always come to me for advice about auditions, how to book certain things. And I also learned in this industry as women,
Mhm.
they already put us up against one another. And I never liked the whole competition scene. So I was like, what is something that I can do to start to show that women can stick together? We can inspire one another, show each other how to get bookings, how to network, and just put everyone on the map. And I was like, Queendom Building, which is an organization that shows how to navigate through showbiz while walking in your purpose and mastering your anxiety. Because as artists, we go through a lot of anxiety trying to be perfect for the outer world when we're not perfect on the inside. And that's why I said it's important to know who you are and not compare in this world because I learned that a lot of women compare themselves to one another. And I was like, oh, we have to stop that stigma because
Mhm.
that is not going to get you far
It's not gonna get you.
because you are you for a reason.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are you for a reason. It's not gonna get you far. You're right. They do pit us against each other. And do you think it's because it's the lack of not okay, let me not say the lack of, but do you think it's because we haven't expanded our knowledge in mainstream theater of what the Black woman can do or the amount of roles the Black woman can have? Do you think that could be part of it? Or like what do you think the reason for the competition?
Yeah.
Tell me. What do you think the reason for the competition is?
Well, for one, there's not, but there are becoming more opportunities for us. We're limited to so many opportunities. And like you said, we're always going after the same roles. So I think society made us feel like we have to compete with one another. And just from personal experiences, working with other women and being in the industry for a while, it's only about two or three Black women in the room, and they usually tear us down to first build us up. And
That's
I
not
just think yeah. And I don't think it's good. And I don't know why it has been like that, but it's not a lot of opportunities, so I can see where people come from. But me, I just have a different view on life sometimes. And I just always say focus on yourself as an artist, and what's for you will be for you. And when you walk in a room, know who you are, and that's how you're gonna book. If I spend time worrying about the next person and what they're doing, I'm gonna miss out on my blessings. So
mhm.
that's how I try to look at things. I honestly don't know why they do that.
I don't know why they do it either. Do you think a part of your confidence, like with all of the pitting against one another, you have confidence? So do you think that comes from your work ethic or how you were raised or a combination of everything? Like give us some advice for people who are out there struggling with the comparison game.
Well, it really has a lot to do with how I was raised. I want to thank my mom. Shout out to you. um, I was raised to be confident and know who I am, and my mom accepted me as I am. And also your work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always willing to learn. And that's one thing I've noticed. A lot of women don't want to be the student, they want to be the teacher. See, me, I don't have a problem asking people, so how did you get this job? Who is this casting director? Who is this? Because networking is your net worth. So I would say it's a combination of two.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course there have been times where I have not been as confident, but I try to knock those negative thoughts in my head when I'm like, oh, ooh, I'm scared. But mostly it was honestly how I was raised and just being confident and being involved in the theater industry since a child. You gain a little more confidence.
Yeah, you know some of the ropes and some of the
Yeah.
rules to avoid.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, like where do you see one theater going, but where do you see yourself and where theater is going?
Mm, theater. Well, right now during this pandemic, it's so hard to answer because things are changing.
Mm-hmm. Things are changing.
Things are changing. Even my mindset is changing. And honestly, at one point, of course, Broadway was something that that is like our main goal. But I honestly don't see myself going to Broadway right now or no time soon. Like, that's not in my plans.
Yeah.
But I see maybe theater one day going to where more diverse roles for Black women. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we'll get some Mary Poppins, some colorblind casting going on, you know. Yeah, I'm
See that?
thinking.
Mm-hmm. Is
Yeah, I
that
can
like
see that.
is a dream role Mary Poppins?
No, maybe back in college it was, but I
No.
don't not right now. My dream role is Celie in The Color Purple. That's my dream role.
That is one
Mm.
of the shows I would love to direct. I think we talked about it one time in college.
Yeah,
I think we
yeah, that
did.
show is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I look, I would direct that show any day, and I would call you and be like, "Come on now."
Yes, please. Book me, please.
Because like you
Yes.
said, it's all about the network. So with theater being
Hmm.
virtual, have you felt obviously you felt the disconnect, but like how have you found ways to like still stay connected in it?
Um, well, I found ways of just studying my craft,
Mm-hmm.
reaching out to my colleagues, my friends, my peers. There's actually this website called masterclass.com that it allows you to learn from other artists in the industry.
Oh.
And it has like Denzel Washington, it has like A-list celebrities and artists. And like I said, I'm always learning from others. And I literally follow a lot of people on social media and I just sit and observe and learn. And that's how I keep myself busy. Because sometimes, we can all get lazy,
Yeah.
but that's the only way that keeps me going, by studying from others and people who are already where I'm trying to get, you
Yeah.
know?
Mm-hmm. Twyla Tharp has something like that in her book, The Creative Habit. It's like literally mimic the people that
Yeah.
you like or who are doing the things that you want to do. So, okay, you're taking classes, you're studying, you're observing. Do you have like I know we have Queendom Building and then you're also
Yes.
working out at Disney. Any other special projects that we need to be keeping our eyes open for? Okay, any special projects that you want to talk about? I know a lot of things are like have to be hush hush. I know a couple of my projects are like that. So, but like anything that you can either hint at or like somewhat tell us about.
Well, it's not theater related, but
Okay.
I'm doing new business ventures, and soon we'll have some merchandise and things to go along with Queendom Building, and you'll see where it all comes together. Because, like I said, it's an organization, so one
Mm-hmm.
day it's gonna be performing arts school.
That's
Yeah.
so big. I'm so excited for you. That's great.
Yes. So I have all these things in my mind while still trying to be an artist, and I'm just like, whoo,
It's the
take it
juggle.
one day at a time. Yeah.
Juggle, because you look, we can have an entire conversation about this. You have queendom building and you have your artistry. I have theater
Right.
from my view, and then I also have my artistry. And it's like the amount of time these things take from it's so unreal.
It's a lot. It can be draining. Yeah.
But I still get so excited. Like right now, I think this is one of the things that bring me the most joy. It's just like one, getting to talk to you, but two, just doing the work in a sense.
Yes.
Making
I'm
your own
proud of
way,
you.
which is something I
Yeah.
know you are really good at doing.
You gotta create your own opportunities.
Mm-hmm. You have got
Very important.
your own opportunity.
Hmm.
Well, thank you so much for coming on to the channel. Okay. So you mentioned social media. Are there any socials? Obviously, I'm going to put them in the description box, but this is a great moment to like just tell the people what your social medias are as well, or ways that they can contact.
Okay. So on Instagram, you can follow me at diverse_talents15. That's my main page. And then my business page, Queendom Building. So it'll be at Queendom Building _. Those are usually my two biggest platforms that I use. I can't keep up with all of them. So for now, Instagram
Yeah.
is the
Instagram is
best
like
place.
my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, and my email, Shanteria Stokes@gmail.com.
All righty. And there you have it, ways to contact the talented woman herself. Shan, thank you so much for coming on Theater from My
You're
View. It
welcome.
means the world to me, especially since you're halfway across the world and you woke up so early to be here with me. It makes me so happy.
You're welcome.
I will see you all next week for the next episode in my series of Unheard Voices in Theater. Until then, bye-bye.